My name is Latoya Griffin. I was born and raised in Oakland, California. It was a very dangerous environment, but that's where I was raised at, so I was used to it, not afraid, but on the outside looking in, it would look like a real scary place. A lot of crime, a lot of shooting, a lot of murders. A lot of my friends from junior high and high school, especially the boys, I don't have not one male friend left from junior high or high school that's not murdered. None of them are here. I have 5 sisters and 2 brothers. My brother is in federal prison, off and on. He gets out, he goes back. And my little brother, he's in college in LA and he works for MTV. My mom, she lives here in Sacramento. My mom has cancer, diabetes, and AIDS, but she's still around, she drives, she's healthy, she has her faith, and she's blessed. My dad lives in Oakland, and he's a heroin addict. He's been a heroin addict since he was 13. But he raised me and all my sisters and all my brothers since I went to live with my dad when I was 5 till I was 14, till my mom got out of prison. And then I went back with her. But for 9 years, he raised all of us by himself on drugs. So he did really good. We were never molested, we were never hungry. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been. You know, you're a product of your environment. Everything that seems so bad, it wasn't to us. Until we got older, look back at life like, oh, I would never let my kids live like that. One of my grandmothers lived here in Sacramento. I haven't saw her since I was 15 years old. My mom was a bad alcoholic and she used to smoke crack cocaine. So my grandmother disowned her when we were younger, and when she disowned my mother, she disowned us. And then my grandmother on my father's side, she passed away from a stroke, and she was a Christian. She raised all her grandkids because she had 8 biological kids, 14 altogether with my grandpa's kids before her, and she raised all her grandkids because all of her children except for one were all drug addicts. So we would have like 3 bunk bed sets in a room, and we all lived at my grandma's house off and on. But Samaj's dad, when I was pregnant with Samaj, I was 15 years old, and I think he was kind of ashamed because he was 22. So he told my mom and my family and stuff that that wasn't his baby and all these different things. And he doesn't do too much for him now either. Talk to him on the phone sometimes. I was saying Samaj, 14 years. Samaj will be 14 next month. He's probably spent about $200 on Samaj in 14 years. So he doesn't do anything. My son came home from school one day and he said that he was, where was he? I think he was in an auditorium, and they said, any kids that don't have fathers come to this certain room. And he has a biological father, but he doesn't have an active father. So he went, and he came home and he told me about it. He was like, Mom, it's this after school program that'll help you with your grades and tutor you and, you know, just help you, Mom. He was like, and you know how you be calling my teachers for help when you don't understand my homework? He was like, well, then they can help me with tutors and stuff. So he had an application. So I filled it out and I came to the first meeting. His grades has changed miraculously. His attitude, his character, his strengths, his leadership, all that has changed because in order to walk away from fights, you have to be a leader. You have to know who you are. He knows who he is. He won't worry about coming to school and somebody say, oh, you were a punk yesterday, you know. He doesn't worry about any of that. So that's what I mean. A lot of things has changed in him. He always been compassionate and loving, but he has a whole lot more motivation to help people. He always would just be like, man, I wish I could do this or that, but no, it's not our wish no more. If he sees something he can do to help somebody, he's gonna do it, or he's gonna try, or something. It's not just talking, it's more action in him now. He's been a much more mature son, which he's always cherished me and been great towards me. He's my best friend in the world, but he's been more mature lately. It's changed him so much. I value the mentors so much because they just must be heaven sent or something, because you know what? You can reach out all you want to kids, but if they don't want to accept you or if they don't trust you, you can't help them. These kids open up to them because they can tell that they're for real. It's from their heart. It's not just like, you know, it's a paycheck. Let me hurry up and teach you these 3 math problems so I can go home, you know? It's, I'll stay later if I have to till you get it right. See, they feel that love and that strength coming from the mentors, and they just suck it up and they're comfortable. most boys that don't have fathers are most likely share the same characteristics as cop-outs, quitting, no ambition, don't have that motivation. Because if their fathers are so easy to take the easy route, then the boys just think that that's okay to take the easy route. If your father's gone and your mom's still paying the bills, the rent and everything, then they're going to think that by not doing the positive things in life they need to do, that these things are still going to get done. When that's not necessarily true. There's some mothers that can't do it alone. So you still need these good, strong men, So that's what I think happens to a lot of kids when they don't have fathers, is that they're most likely not to try to succeed and be strong and help out with mothers and children. They need love, first of all. More than finances, more than any gifts we can give them at Freedom Hall, they need love and support. They need to know that no matter what's going on at home, they still have this good place that's here to support you. My son, he doesn't ask me for so many material things anymore. It's like, Mom, I need a new 3-ring binder. And I'm like, you didn't used to ask for stuff like that. You know what I mean? I need some divider sheets. And he'll still do his work, but his binders weren't so organized. So, Mr. Lowry said that we need this, to sort our things out. And it's just great. It went from having to buy $200 sneakers that he's asking for to going to buy $2 divider sheets. That's going to really pay off longer in the long run. It's like once the kids get to be teenagers, some parents feel like, oh, well, they're big now. Okay, that's a load off. No, this is when they need us the most, because this is when so many things are coming at them. They need us. Freedom Hall blesses me because I know when Samaj is coming home, when he leaves, what time he's going to be back, he's always on time. If it's dark, someone brings him home. He's safe all day. Now, being a teenager, that just blesses me because I would be worried crazy. And just with everything Freedom Hall has instilled in him, I hope he utilizes it and makes the best of it. And the best thing I want to see done is my son to come back and help other kids. And he's already started that. He's already been chosen to be a student leader and a mentor. And we live very far from here. So he's catching 2 buses and a light rail. And he's willing to do that through the summer when he doesn't have to. So he's already learned that part of, giving back. And when we moved, Freedom Hall moved us. Just 4 of us moved my whole 3-bedroom house to a 4-bedroom. That was a blessing. They didn't have to do that. Somebody saw me offer gas, they wouldn't accept it. You see what I mean? They almost didn't even want to let me help. He just was so happy and felt so good that day. He's in his new house with his mentors, putting his dresser to the wall and decorating his room with his mentors. Some mentors don't go out in the homes, or they be scared of the neighborhood and things like that. That's that go above and beyond, and them great feelings that I know he feels. I was telling him too, I was like, see son, how blessings come. I used to go back into a bad relationship to get help for the rent. If my rent is real expensive, one time my rent was, I think, $1,060. My income was $528 a month. So when my boyfriend would fight me and leave, I would have to pretty much get along with him to get help for the rent and the bills, you know what I mean? God is good. When it was time for me to move, I'm single, just blessings. I didn't have to go into no bad atmosphere, no bad relationship or anything. God blessed me. I didn't have to go to no ex-boyfriend that's not the right man and not the man that God sent for me and say, can you get me a U-Haul? Can you help us? No. God sent me a whole bunch of angels, So I'm telling somebody, all these things count for something else. Yeah, we just got help move, but I see so much more in that. So many more blessings. They don't just help the kids, they help a whole family. And man, once you get the whole family strong, everybody's out just going for it, I'm just a normal mother. I'm from the ghetto. I've had a bad life, criminal record, alcoholism, I'm just like all these different parents, at least I used to be. I can come out and tell you. I went through depression in these 2 years. They don't let you fall into depression, not Freedom Hall. They will call you, come by, pick you up, pray for you. And we're so close, if you need prayer, I'll just ask for it and I don't have to feel ashamed. I just want to say thank you to Freedom Hall, to all the volunteers, to everybody that supports this program, and I hope it never stops. It's such a beautiful program. I know a lot of the other kids, a lot of other moms, all our kids are doing great and they're all lifted up. We're all blessed, and I just want to say thank you.